This is the human skeleton. The function of the skeleton is to support and give shape, to protect vital organs, and for the production of red blood cells in the red blood marrow.
There are 206 bones in the body. The smallest is the stirrup and is only 2.5 centimeters long. It is found in the ear. The longest bone in your body is the femur. Adult bones account for 14% of the body's total weight. Your femur is stronger than concrete.
For this video, Max and I will be focusing on the pelvic bones and below, so this diagram of the skeleton won't be needed. The pelvic girdle forms the structure to which the legs are attached. The pelvic girdle is made up of the ilium, the pubis, and the ischium. The two main functions of the pelvic girdle are to protect the reproductive organs and to allow for the attachment of the femur and muscles. The femur is attached to the pelvic girdle via a ball and socket joint. The femur is the longest bone in your body and it falls under the category of a long bone. The femur is also the strongest bone in your body because it has to support your body above. The femur contains a diaphysis and two epiphyses. The femur is connected to the tibia and fibula at the knee. The knee is a hinge joint and is covered by a floating bone called the patella. The patella protects the knee joint and also increases knee extension. The tibia and fibula are the two bones below the knee. The tibia is the larger and stronger of the two bones. The tibia forms what is commonly known as your shin. The fibula is the thinnest long bone and forms part of your calf muscle. The fibula forms the lateral movement of the ankle joint. The feet and the ankle have a total of 52 bones altogether. Just below the tibia and fibula come the tarsals. The tarsals are connected to the tibia and fibula by the ankle joint. Behind the tarsals is the calcaneus, which is commonly known as the heel. Next are the metatarsals. They consist of 10 bones and form the middle of your foot. These are the bones that allow you to kick a soccer ball or rugby ball. The end of your feet are made up of 28 bones called phalanges. These bones form your toes and are essential in the process of walking. Your big toes consist of 2 phalanges, whereas all the rest of your toes consist of 3 phalanges. Phalanges are also classified as long bones. This region consists of 62 bones in total. This is 30% of all the bones found in your body. This section contains the longest and strongest bone in your body, the femur. Bones have spongy bone on the inside and are covered with compact bone. This compact bone gives the bones their white and smooth appearance. Bone matrix is essential in the bones because that is what makes them strong and durable. Bones have many functions, including providing support for the body. Bones can serve as protection, such as in the skull or rib cage. Bones can also store minerals and produce red blood cells. One of the most common bone diseases is osteoporosis. It is when your bone mass is low and the bone tissue starts to break down. This causes the bones to become brittle and more susceptible to breaks. This is a cross-section of a long bone. This is articular cartilage. This is spongy bone. This is the endosteum. This is the periosteum. This is the compact bone. This is the epiphysis. This is the diaphysis. Long bones consist of a diaphysis in the middle of the bone and an epiphysis at each end of the bone. The long bone is covered in periosteum and has cartilage covering the areas where the bone comes into contact with other bones. Compact bone forms the outer layer of the bone, with spongy bone filling the two heads of the bone. Flat bones have a layer of spongy bone on the inside, which is covered by 2 layers of compact bone. Irregular and short bones both have a thin layer of compact bone that is covering the spongy bone inside. The final part of this video will focus on the joints. There are 3 main types of joints: fibrous joints, cartilaginous joints, and synovial joints. Fibrous joints have no movement in them, and the bones are joined very closely together with fibrous tissue. The sutures in the skull are a good example of a fibrous joint. Cartilaginous joints have restricted movement, which is caused by the cartilage present in the joints. 2 examples of cartilaginous joints are the discs between the vertebra of the spine and the cartilage between the two pubic bones. Synovial joints are held together by ligaments and have fluid-filled cavities surrounding the bones. These joints are freely movable. There are 4 different types of synovial joints: ball and socket joints, gliding joints, hinge joints, and pivot joints. Ball and socket joints allow for all movement except gliding, for example in the scapula and the femur. Hinge joints allow for movement in only one direction, just like the hinge in a door. The knees and toes are examples of hinge joints. Pivot joints allow for one bone to pivot around another, for example when the radius and ulnar bones link with the wrist. Gliding joints only allow for gliding and sliding of 2 bones against each other, for example the metatarsals. Thank you for watching our video, and I hope you enjoyed it.